Hello and thanks for stopping by the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video we're doing some decorating around the home, just some little random changes that I've made around the home for the summer season. So if you'd like to see what we're going to be getting into today, keep on watching. So on a recent trip to the Goodwill, I found some beautiful glass, sort of crystal-like candle holders, and I could not wait to decorate with them. So I have cleaned them off really good, and I'm going to put them on my bar cart. They're very small, but I thought they were so pretty, and they were only $1.99 a piece, and I went on discount day, so I did get the pair of them for like $3, which was a great deal. I couldn't leave them there. They are so pretty. They would be beautiful, for your centerpiece candles on a table or whatever, but I don't want to change my table today, but I do want to use these. So I decided to put them right here with these swirl pillar candles that I got from Home Goods about a year or two ago. Now, I probably need to go back in with a little putty around them or something to keep them straight because they don't fit perfectly, but I love the look, and that's what I was just trying to see what it's going to look like. So we'll get them straightened out later on once I get the putty or whatever, but I love them. It's very important to me that whenever I pick up any new home decor that I immediately style them out in the home and not just kind of store them away because I don't want to have things still, with tags on them that I'm not using. I love these, and these will definitely be in a regular rotation. Now, normally I change out my dining room table on a regular basis, but I have really been enjoying my dining table with my travertine base. I've got some stems in there, and then I've got two travertine candle holders on the side of it. I've had it like this now for some months. I did add these white beads that I've had in my home for a while, and I'm just enjoying the look, so we're going to continue to ride with that. Now, this is something where I broke my own rule that I spoke of earlier, and that's buying something and not using it right away. These are some salt and pepper shakers. I don't even know when I bought them, but in a recent purge that I was doing, I ran across them in my stash of decor or whatever. And I thought it was the perfect time to bring these out. They are salt and pepper shakers, and they are marble, and they've got the little bees on the front of them. And I love to bring out a little bee theme for the summer season. I don't like bees in real life, but I love some nice bee decor for the summer season. So I'm going to clean these up real good, get them disinfected, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my salt and pepper in. Now, a few years ago, when I was all into the bee theme, I had seen some coasters at Williams-Sonoma, and they had the little bees on them. They were marble coasters, and they had gold bees on them. I love them, but they were so expensive, and I was not going to pay that for them. So I bought these at Ross. They did not have bees on them. I bought the bees separately, and then I just glued them on there, and I created my own look. I think I got the bees off of Amazon. I don't remember what color they were, but they were not gold. I did have to spray paint them gold before I glued them on, but they worked out perfectly. The bees are still on here, and I created my own look for probably about $10, $12 versus $49.99 for the ones at Williams-Sonoma. Now that's a real easy DIY, and no one is none the wiser. Look, they look super cute, and I just placed them here on my coffee station. So now we're going to move over here to my kitchen. I'm going to light up my candle warmer here to get that going and get some nice smell goods going in the home. This is my amber candle that I burn all the time. That's one of my favorite scents, so you'll always see me burning something with amber in my home pretty much year round. So now we're going to go over to this vignette. I'm going to take the copper colored pepper mills and salt mill that I had out, and I'm going to go ahead and put the marble salt and pepper shakers out here with my little bees on there. Aren't they so cute? Just the perfect addition. So then I looked over at my utensil container here and realized it needed some help. It's looking all types of crazy. This is real life over here, and this is what it ends up looking like, because those are the cooking utensils that I reach for all the time. But I took them all out. I cleaned them. I switched out to my white marble container, and I think they look really nice. I love a good refresh. So now we're going to switch gears. We're going to go upstairs, and we're going to do a few changes to my cabinet here that I shared a couple videos ago. This is a new cabinet that I got from Divnix. I will put the information below if you're interested in this, as well as the video where I did the unboxing and everything. But what I did here was I added some motion censored lights in there. I just kind of wanted to, lighten things up a little bit. And then I also decided to go ahead and add some more books into the bookshelf just to kind of raise some of the pieces that I had put in here and just to make a little bit of a refresh here, even though this is a brand new piece. So sometimes it just takes a few iterations to get it the way that I want it to look. I'm not a real fan of these selenite bookends, not in this space anyway, but that's all I have for now. But I did decide to go ahead and make some changes to the books here just to kind of change the look up a little bit. So I'm going to remove these ceramic books and kind of rearrange some things here. So I'm adding a few more black and white books that I have. This one is a thrifted book. I've shared this many times on my channel. I've got this couture book that I want to add in here. It is black with gold writing there on the spine. And I'm just kind of looking around the house, basically looking for other pieces. Now, in case you're wondering why the light is on the shelf as opposed to kind of on the top, I did not like that look because you could see it and I kind of wanted it kind of concealed. So I just kind of put it up against the back of the bookshelf, and that way when it's, you get close to it or whatever, it'll light up, it'll detect the motion, but it's invisible and you can't see it, and I really did not want to have that look. So if I could have found something a little bit smaller, I would have gone that route. But the bottom line is I've got the illumination that I wanted, just to kind of create a little vibe for this space. And now these lights came off of Amazon. They are in my Amazon store. I've shared them many times over on the channel. They're relatively inexpensive, but a perfect way to add some light to your space. So now we're going into my former office, which I'm now referring to as my studio. And I'm just kind of making some changes here because one of the pieces of art that I put into that arch cabinet was from out of here. So I just decided to move things around. These are some art pieces that I already had, which are actually photographs that I got from that I took of my grandchildren. And I had previously talked about doing a gallery wall with my puzzles that I've completed, and I've decided against that. And I've decided instead that I want to hang my puzzles in my studio. So this is my first puzzle that I completed last year. I love it. She's been kind of moving around the house a little bit. So we're going to enjoy her in here for a while. And then I also have another puzzle that I have completed as well, and this is called At the Museum or something like that. I have bought a frame for this from Joann's, but it's not working out, as you can see, so I'm having to replace that. I ordered one off of Amazon, and I'm going to go ahead and take this one out of here and put it in a new frame and then hang that in the studio as well. Now this is an actual puzzle frame that I've purchased, and I got that off of Amazon. It's pretty simple to figure out. You just kind of lift up the prongs around them and add your puzzle in there just like you would do any piece of wall art. It does give you the opportunity to hang this both vertically or horizontally, so that's a good thing. We're going to hang this one horizontally right in my studio. I really enjoyed this puzzle. I enjoyed putting it together, and I think it's just beautiful. I just love the vibe, the scene at the museum, and I'm picturing this being an African American museum, and I just think it's beautiful. So I can put it right here in my studio and just enjoy them when I'm in here just chilling. And I have shared multiple times that I'm working on another puzzle that is really giving me a tough time. I've been working on this like it feels like forever, but we're going to get her done eventually. But she will be hung in the studio as well. And yeah, I can't wait to get her finished because she is beautiful. Now, here's a task that's been on my to do list for quite some time, and that's to get a plant replanted, my aloe vera. I picked up this planter a couple months ago from Aldi. I shared it when I picked it up. And my intent was to replant this aloe vera because she is well overdue. Despite her living conditions, she has been thriving. So I'm going to go ahead today and do her right and get her in a fresh new pot that's bigger for her to grow and to give her some nourishment. And I've shared before over on my channel that I don't water my plants very often. Like I let them completely dry out before I give them water again, and that seems to be what they like, so that's what we do. Here is a glimpse of my coleus. I shared this at the beginning of the spring season when I planted her. If anybody remembers, she was really small, but she is doing her thing out here. I put the foliage on the bottom to kind of drape down there. and the coleus is all real. So this baby here, she gets water every day because it's hot out here, but she's doing really well. So we've got our aloe vera all in her new home here, and I hope that she's happy. Now we're going to go ahead and give her some much needed water, and I hope that she will continue to do well. Aloe vera is a great plant to have in your home for medicinal purposes. I really wish that I could grow her in my kitchen. I've had her in my kitchen before. She didn't like it there, so she's upstairs here in this space. She likes the lighting here much better, and so she gets what she wants. So I'm giving all the plants a little bit of water here. My little cactus here, which I'm really surprised I've been able to keep this alive. I just give her just a tad bit of water when I water the rest of the plant. She doesn't take very much at all. But yeah, just give them all a little bit of water, and that is about it. That's all they get. As I'm looking at the leaves here, this one could use a good dusting off. We'll get around to that as well, but we're just going to give her some water for now. And this is one of my favorites here, my little hurricane plant. Can't forget about her. It's easy to forget her because she sits up here all alone, but this is the spot that she likes. So we'll give her a little bit of water as well. So thanks again for stopping by today. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are not currently subscribed, I do ask that you hit that subscribe button before you leave today, as well as the post notification bell. That way we can stay connected. I would love to have you as a part of my YouTube family. And to all my returning family members, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope to see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.